Welcome to Churchill Park in Lautoka. It's the OFC Champions League and it's Auckland City taking on Amicale. Now, these two teams have 6 points from their 2 matches. A draw would be enough to send them both through. But if one of them wins, the other will be waiting on the result between AS Pure and Waitakere United, which is scheduled to be played tomorrow. The Red Roosters against the Navy Blues. We extend a warm welcome to our viewers around the Pacific, in Tahiti, Solomon Islands, Vanuatu, and of course Fiji and Papua New Guinea. Let's take a look at what's at stake today. Indra Singh, my co-commentator, as we look at the OFC match ball for this competition. Indra, how do you think it's going to go?
Thank you very much, Gordon. Welcome once again to all our viewers. And definitely, we've been talking about this one for the past 2 days, Gordy. And it's all comes to this. Amicale against Auckland City hasn't got any bigger than this so far in the tournament. We've got 2 crunch ones, one today, one tomorrow, but all focused on this. A lot of talk. Can Amicale hold off this brilliant Auckland City outfit? The question mark remains, but I just think that both teams will go on firing at each other, because a draw will definitely get both through, but I believe they want to have the bragging rights of the pool winners, tipping Auckland City for this one, but we'll see what happens at the end of 90.
Let's take a look at exactly what's at stake as Amicale prepare to play Auckland City.
Really proud and delighted for the players to get off to a good start and get 3 points.
It's going to be a good challenge for us. Again, we'll prepare like we normally prepare. And try to do the things that we know that are gonna, help us and put us in a position to make sure that we get the 3 points.
So you heard from Ramon Trebulic there. He's aiming for the 3 points. As we have a look at the small but growing crowd here at Churchill Park. This match being played on a Monday afternoon here in Fiji. We're just moments away from the 2 teams entering the playing arena. There was a match played earlier today on this pitch between Nandi FC and AS Dragon. The Tahitians won by 5 goals to 0. Indra, it could have been by a few more.
Yeah, it could have been by a few more. We were talking about him before going on air, Gordy. Kiwi FC will be tagged as the whipping boys of this tournament. Has turned out to be Nandi.
Let's not forget our social responsibility initiative involving UNICEF Pacific, the Ministry of Health of Fiji, the OFC and the Fiji FA, kicking dengue fever out of Fiji. Well, there's 2 experienced campaigners in Ivan Visilic and Nelson Saleh, the 2 skippers. They have been teammates twice before, once with the Oceania All-Stars in 2008 and then very briefly at Auckland City. Saleh had a very short stint at Kiwitea Street. They're on opposing sides today. Looking at that Auckland City lineup, they're just packed with experience. Check out Mount Saleh in the centre of your picture. Could be a busy man today. He certainly hopes that he isn't, as the pre-match formalities begin.
Gordon, what an inspiration Ivan Visilic is to any team he plays. Played for the All Whites, we watched him a number of times, and also for this Auckland City side, the veteran Ivan Visilic. On the other hand, one of the players to look out for, while the captain Nelson Saleh Khalifa is an outstanding tournament so far. I think it's very interesting to see how Shivan Swami, the Fijian, counters this experience in outstanding Auckland City.
The referee for today's game is Monsieur Norbert Hawata of Tahiti. Tavita Makasini, David Charles and Gerald Doyaka have got the assistant referee and 4th officials duties. Cheryl Doyaki, you can see your picture, doesn't have a flag. He's the fourth for today. And also a special day for James Pritchett, who makes his 200th club appearance in all competitions for the Navy Blues. It's also his 49th OFC Champions League appearance, which is a competition record. He's won everything there is available. He also won several All Whites caps. And it's been around for 10 years in that Navy Blue shirt. So upcoming matches, there are 2 left in the group stage tournament, and it all starts at 1 o'clock tomorrow. Solomon Warriors up against Kiwi. Waitakere take on AS Pire. And there is the group picture at the moment. For Amicale, well, it's a 4-2-3-1 formation. It's a pretty settled lineup, as you say. There are 2 Fijians there, Shivan Swami and Isaba Nangaletha. And for Auckland City, just 2 changes. Yao Moriera and David Brown come out. Darren White and Ryan DeVries come in. It's a pretty settled team. 4-3-3 with Tade as a spearhead. So, Indra, how do you think Amicale are going to approach this match?
I think, yeah, Gotti, I think while Amicale would just be happy with the draw, they'll go out firing, and I think the players have been told and instructed, as you see Ramon there on the bench, what a coach he is, cool, calm, collective character, and we've admired the way he coaches in the Oceania region. But Amicale will definitely try and attack this Auckland City defence, which have been very comfortable as we get off.
So this is Amicale's 22nd match in OFC Champions League history. They have 9 wins, 3 draws and 9 defeats. 31 goals for and just 21 against. Remember, a draw will see both teams through to the next round. Dordovic, been very impressive so far in a red shirt. Marko Dordovic, Colin Marshall, Saleh. Looks it long.
The other player I've been impressed with in this Auckland City setup, and it is the newcomer, Daewood Kim, not a newcomer, 2 caps already in the Champions League with 2 goals, the Korean.
Yes, he's been very impressive, Indra. He's only just joined the club. He didn't get to play in the ASB Premiership. Nangaletha. Flag stays down. Sakama led it through. We'll restart with a goal kick. Auckland City's 52nd match in this competition. As you can see there, Vasilic giving Tamati Williams a hurry up. Marshall. Away by Iwata as far as Burfoot. Daewood Kim. Well, Swami says he got the ball.
Again, as we mentioned, Shivan Swami, how can he counter this Auckland City setup in the midfield? He'll have to be clever and strong, but not give away the free kicks as sort of, because Norbert Huata, the referee from Tahiti, is known to be spot on with his decisions. As we watch the replay again, Gotti.
Yes, Daewood Kim just dragged it back and Shivan Swami collected the player. Running repairs for the Korean midfielder. Played in the K-League in 2010 and has a history of playing, in the Korean Police fell out of professional football for a couple of seasons and made his way to New Zealand, and here he is with Auckland City and Fiji. So Auckland temporarily down to 10 players. Irving stands over the ball. Hoists it long, searching for De Vries. It's over the top of Marshall.
Unlucky. Racer, you get there.
Alec Maimai was ejected from this Amicale team just prior to this tournament, and there was a suspicion that they may miss his goals, and that of Feneri Masavakalo hasn't turned out that way. In fact, that man in your picture there, Nikola Vasilic, is currently the leading goal scorer with 4. As Daewoo Kim goes to ground again, he's getting a real touch-up here from the Amicale midfield.
As we see, he goes in, 2 players trying to sandwich him out of the way. Daewoo Kim, he's already in the wars early, in only 5 minutes into the 5th minute we go.
Beelan. Iwata. Here's Irving. Knocked long by Tamati Williams. Darren White. Can't win the header. Plenty of space in midfield for Beelan. Kim. Well, that was a hefty ball to give Tade. Hardly had any time to react to it.
Oh, yeah, time. Sakama.
Sakama tries to find Tanguis with a long ball. Irving. Straight down the throat of Dordovic. Here's Taloni to his left. Chooses Saleh, his 24th appearance in the Champions League today.
Again, we mentioned James Pritchard, Gori. What an ambassador of Oceania football this guy has been on the ride for Auckland City here this afternoon. 200th appearance in 49th Oceania Champions League Cup.
That's right, and if you look at the number of medals that he's picked up during that very storied career, he's only 31, so he's entering the veteran status, but there's no reason why he possibly couldn't go on to add to that tally over the next season and a bit. 5 domestic titles with Auckland, 5 Champions League titles, 5 appearances at the Club World Cup, caps from the New Zealand under-17s, 23s and all whites, and former clubs include the Football Kings, Aberdeen and Cambridge United. So to give 10 years of his life and his career to one club, it's not usual in football around the world, but Pritchard has managed to do that. Saleh, nice touch. Cushioned header. Swami. Played wide to Sakama. He's got 3 options forward. Tries to find Tanguis. De Vries does well, shepherding that ball out. Auckland will restart with a throw-in. Kim. Iwata. Vasilic. Here's Beelan. Sam Burfoot. Pritchard. So this is what Auckland do best, keeping possession of the ball. Tade. Dordovic snapping away at his heels. Good ball from Tade. Big ask of James Pritchard to latch onto that, and the defending was pretty good too.
You mentioned about the midfield for Amicale, as we mentioned before the game, the way they are playing, they leaves a lot of space in midfield for this Auckland City Steelmen to come in and hammer away and chip away at the Amicale midfielders and defense line.
Marshall for Sakama. Well, you can't go through a player. Auckland have wrestled possession back. Burfoot for Irving. Vasilic with space to move into. Tade comes short. Channels were all blocked, and it's back to the goalkeeper. Well, this is a feature of the Auckland City setup. They do spread their centre halves wide and allow the centre midfielder to drop in to pick up possession as Tanguis loses out to Irving, who keeps his run going. Just ran out of space, John Irving. And perhaps a lack of movement in front of him.
Lead down, two touch, lead down, two touch. Get it again, Marco.
David Taloni. Dordovic. A lot of cat and mouse at the moment. We're in the 9th minute. Amicale 0, Auckland City 0. Chance for Darren White. Good stop by Chika Mansale. Amicale just getting caught out in their own third.
Yeah, as we see here, Darren White takes it on the chest, volleys it, and a good save. First of the attempts at goal there by Auckland City in this game.
Iwata. Tade. This is Ryan de Vries. Sam Burfoot joins in. Pritchett picks out Beelan. Oh, White's given that away. Vasilic now has it for Amicale. It's with Taloni. It's a real United Nations in all red here today. That entire back four is comprised of players from 4 different countries: Scotland, Solomon Islands, Serbia and Australia. Only 4 of this team from Vanuatu. That's Francois Sakama, Kenzie Tanguis, Dominique Fred and the goalkeeper Chika Mansale. Tade. De Vries. Tries to be a bit cute with it, Ryan de Vries. Dordovic. Well, Saleh's given it away. And a chance for De Vries. Blocked by Dordovic. Well, Saleh had an option inside his left-hand side, straight to Marko Dordovic. He tried to play it immediately, and it was given away. Ryan de Vries was shut down by Dordovic. Amicale can't afford to give the ball away like that, Indra.
Oh, we've seen Saleh 2 times. He's given the ball away cheaply. One went out and the other one almost resulted in danger. He was being guided by Colin, but Colin's pleas were ignored by Saleh.
Tade aims for the near post. Dordovic reads it. Darren White comes up with it. Sam Burfoot under pressure. Mario Beelan. Auckland City have Amicale hemmed in. That's a nicely weighted pass from Burfoot, but there's a real struggle going on out there between Dominic Fred and James Pritchett.
I think they've got a fiery character in Colin Marshall, the former Aston Villa man, in the Amicale setup. You can hear him all on the microphones, shouting out, barking out instructions. Saleh ignored his instructions earlier on, almost paid the price for it.
Taloni ventures forward. Vasilic helps it on for Dominic Fred. Sweeping tackle from Mario Beelan, former Croatia under-20 international. Pritchett's ball breaks off Dominic Fred and ends up with Sam Burfoot. Pritchett has it back. Oh, uncharacteristic error from Beelan. Tanguis. Iwata just gets a foot in. It was destined for Sakama. Still going, Kenzie Tanguis. De Vries is around Marshall. Burfoot. Straight to Dordovic. Daewood Kim. White. Irving. Hits it long. That's not a bad ball. Mansale read it well.
Man coming. Sava. Nice. Nice. Marco back.
Taloni.
On the floor, boys.
We get a free kick.
See David Taloni battling there. Pulls Jaron White back. Gives away a free kick. City quickly take a short ball. It's been a feature of them. They don't pump in those long balls like the other Pacific countries mostly we see. They set play in a very defensive manner and then build it from there.
Tade chases down Mansale, who hurries his clearance. Well, goal difference could be a factor if one of these teams loses today. The situation is that Amicale are on top of the group with 6 points and a +7 goal difference. Auckland are the same but +6. In the other group, AS Pure have scored 10 and conceded 1. They have 6 points. If they were to lose to Waitak, Waitakere United, Waitakere would claim top spot in their group, and Pure would drop to second with 6 points and still a pretty healthy goal difference, you'd imagine. It might place some pressure on whoever loses this game. They could find themselves in a spot of bother. Iwata venturing forward. De Vries. Tade. Saleh won it fairly, but Daewoo Kim has mopped up the loose ball. Beelan. Well played by the Croatian midfielder.
Could watch this all day long, the way Auckland City played at the back, Gotti, with Ivan Veselic, Tamati Williams and John Iving. Mario Beelan in the middle. And then they released it on the flanks.
Well, now Auckland have sprung to life. De Vries has given it away. David Taloni was sniffing around for a mistake and found one. And in turn, he's given it up. Tade. Well, White tried to limit Mansale's options from his feet.
Tom, man coming now, take a touch. Forward!
Sakama.
Forward! Forward!
Well, Sakama got caught in two minds. He had space to bolt into. And this is just the difference between these two teams. Auckland City with just a little bit more conviction with what they're trying to do with the ball. And from time to time, Amicale just prone to mistakes on the ball. Turning over possession, being chief amongst them. Swami with a switch of play. Headed away by Iwata. Tade. Well, there's a really interesting story behind Emiliano Tade's recruitment. He arrived in New Zealand as a backpacker and was in Wellington and had a job washing dishes. And he was picked up by Team Wellington for the ASP Premiership. And thought he would give it a go, as they say. And before long, he was starting games and scoring a lot of goals. And the following season, he was picked up by Auckland City, and he hasn't really looked back. to a couple of Club World Cups, but only really just started to make inroads into this Auckland City starting 11. Irving takes a touch off Nangaletha. David Kim gets a foot in. Burfoot has it. Picks out Iwata here on the left against Marshall. Oh, and that's a handball, was it not? Well, there's been no major protest. Perhaps it was the chest. Pritchett. Irving. "19 minutes we've had at Churchill Park. Have a look at this. No, it was the chest, I do apologise. The way Sale's arm flew out as he controlled that was somewhat deceptive.
Got the other player, Iwata, the Japanese, on the left side of the Auckland City team here. Such a shot, but he's such a nuggety character. He's sort of a stonewall. You can't get past this guy.
Yeah, as I said the other day, Iwata's been converted from a striker to a left back. He's got a lot of courage because, as you say, he does give up a lot of physical stakes. But he is a nuggety character. That's an apt description. Visilic.
One of the chief orchestrators last season's Champions League semi-final that blew bar off the pitch at Kiwitea Street. Iwata, and he's been known in the Pacific for his speed down the flanks and his delivery.
Well, that is what awaits the winner of this group, is a semi-final with Bar. Could it be a Bar Auckland City rematch?
I think it will not matter to Auckland City. They are well versed to take on anyone. I think two island teams might just prefer to play each other in the semis. Would ensure a place in the final for one of those two, if that does eventuate after tonight.
Swami, Dordovic. Has over 300 games in Serbian top flight football, Marko Dordovic. Not capped though. Sale. That's a good ball. Good effort by Nelson Sale. The finish was a bit tame.
Balls from Nelson Sale, and the defenders have been looking for Sakama. That moment there, he did test Tamati Williams, but not enough drive and power and venom in the shot to harm Tamati in the goalmouth for Auckland City.
Mansale.
Don't force it, just move the ball. Good touch.
Sakama tries to turn Iwata. No way through. Beelan straight to Marshall. To Vries. Well, that looked as though it might have been out. De Vries has played on. Tade up against Dordovic. De Vries provides support. Beelan. Burfoot. White's return pass was too heavy for Sam Burfoot.
Just picked out something very interesting. Number 31 is Todorovic. He's donning the number 21 jump on the pitch there.
Well, I wonder what the story is behind that.
Because 21 is Paul Young, who's not in the squad.
The Amicale side do have their names on the back of their shirts, just above the numbers as well. Not all the teams have done that. Midway through the first half. Amicale 0, Auckland City 0.
Some pundits were saying this game could be decided by a single goal. No surprise, I do believe that if it is, if there is any winner in this game, a draw definitely would suit both the teams. A loss either way, as you said, could put a lot of pressure on them heading into tomorrow's final group stage match day 9, here at Lotokas Churchill Park in Fiji.
Keep the flow! Keep the flow!
Todorovic. Swami. Oh, he's given it away. Kim, De Vries. Tade. Darren White. Had a spell in German football, Darren White, with Hansa Rostock. Pritchett. Headed away by Saleh. Kim. Tade against Marshall. Cuts in. Good save by Chika Mansale.
As we watch it again, Tade receives a good ball, cuts in of Marshall. Don't usually beat Marshall, gets it left foot in. Mansale, another save in this game. It's done 3 so far. But really, the drive and the power in the finishing shot has not been there for Auckland City's 3 attempts at goal. But definitely they're punching away slowly. And at times on the flanks, in particular on the left of the Amicale defense, we see that they're able to break through at times and get those crosses, the trademark crosses in. What a break for a minute with the sweltering heat and the conditions here in Lautoka. Had that in the first game. So Gordon, just looking at itself so far, just Auckland City, just the better of the two teams. We've seen them create a few chances. Amicale have had one through Francis Sakama, but nothing to test Tamati Williams really. As we see David Kim having a word with Tade, planning out the next move.
I think both coaches will be relatively satisfied with the opening 25 minutes of this game. If anything, Nathan Hall will want his players to keep better possession of the ball. They're very prone to giving it up from time to time. Auckland City do employ a long ball every now and again, but it's usually a calculated exercise rather than just thrown forward.
That's something we've noticed here during the duration of the past 8 days. The ball-to-man situation, they do, as you mentioned, they do release those balls, but it finds the man, it finds their own teammate rather than just giving away possession easily. And on the other hand, the other teams we have seen, well, impressive performances, but just those final balls up front, sometimes wasted, and the strikers fail to read. Chico Mansale on the screen has had 3 saves to make. John Iving, another one from Everton. As we see on the picture there, James Pritchard, the record appearance, 200 today for Auckland City, and 49th in the Champions League history. And that's a grand achievement. The youngsters coming through the system of all teams in Oceania would be looking up to him and saying, I want to get up there too one day.
Yeah, well, considering Auckland have played 52 games in the competition, for Pritchard to line up for his 49th is very impressive. I do know that players at the club, when they reach those milestones of 50 games and 100 games, are given a prize or an award, and they do make a fuss over it. So I can only imagine what James Pritchard will be in line for to recognise this milestone of 200. Here's Nangaletha. Swami. Iwata gets in front of Vasilic.
Just an example, Iwata there again. It's so hard to beat this player. Shivan Swami with a foul there. Sam Burfoot. So we watch it again. Burfoot toss the ball away. Shivan just takes him down.
Well, I suspect if there's going to be a goal in this game, Andrew, it will more than likely take place between now and perhaps the 65-minute mark. Just curious to see how both teams treat the final 25 minutes of this match, knowing that a draw will get both of them through.
So based on the current situation, Gordon, with a 0-0 draw, Amicale would top the pool. They play Bar. Auckland City would definitely finish as the best second-place team in the competition and await the winner of tomorrow's pool, and that will be between Ayespire and Waitakere.
Yes, I mean, in all seriousness, it's not beyond the realms of possibility to see a Super City derby home and away semi-final between Waitakere and Auckland, or even a repeat of the 2-6 final. Chika Mansale, well read by the goalkeeper. Had to be quick off his line, decisive.
He is wearing number 21. It's got Paul written at the back of his shirt. Marco?
Well, I wonder what's going on there.
They must have forgot to make his jumper, Gotti.
Or it's disappeared in the wash.
The other thing is Ryan de Vries, those of us who followed ASB Premiership for some time now would know he played with Roy Krishna.
That's right.
Yeah, at Waitakere.
They formed a very deadly partnership.
And I think if Roy would have remained with Auckland City and not been snapped up by Wellington Phoenix, we would have seen him here with Ryan de Vries, and what a deadly combination that would have been.
Well, I think the signing of Roy Krishna perhaps had this tournament uppermost in mind. Auckland City were very aware that they're bringing in a top quality player, but also a player who is, of course, Fijian, and this tournament being in Fiji may well have won hearts and minds of local supporters. Certainly judging by the media frenzy in Auckland that greeted the signing of Krishna, you know, there was a lot of radio stations and expatriate newspapers that were very interested in Roy Krishna's emergence at Auckland. Well played by Colin Marshall. Taloni's got some running to do though. In any case, it's all ended up for the better for Roy Krishna. He's won a 2-year contract with the Wellington Phoenix. He's the first Fijian to play in the Australian top flight since Asala Masi.
While we with Roy Krishna, another player who's missing his last season's Golden Boot winner, that's Sunny Issa, who is with Amicale, but he's not present here for the duration of the group stages. And would have been a different story maybe if Sunny Issa was here in the Amicale setup.
Well, it does make it difficult if Amicale do win this group and go on to play Bar, because those are two games, or at least one of those games, Issa will be unable to participate in unless there is a dispensation agreed between the two governments. We understand it's a visa problem, but Issa will be available for the, presumably any first leg match that takes place in Port Vila.
Yeah, the guy, one of the great strikers we've had. We've had the influx of Nigerians into the country in Fiji, played for different districts when it was allowed last season, and he was one of the better ones to come through the system. Played for a few club sides and then finally found his footing with Bath FC in the OFC Champions League last season.
Daewoo Kim.
Okay, no free kick, no foul, no foul. Saba.
Well played by Nangaletha. Iwata. Kim.
Yes, Kim.
Kim plays it safe. Irving. Phelan has a look over the shoulder, then takes a touch. Burfoot. 33 minutes have gone. It's Amicale 0, Auckland City 0. Amicale have beaten Auckland once before. Well, here's a chance on the counter-attack. Well timed by Sam Burfoot. He's not known for his tackling. But the youngster didn't hold back here, saw the ball, went for it, connected. Tangis halted.
Take a calculated risk when you dive in, but he did brilliantly to time it and take the ball away from Kenzie.
Get in there. One side. Hold.
Sakama. Now, Amicale have beaten Auckland City once previously in the Champions League. It was a 1-0 win in Port Vila, when the group stage had more or less been sorted out. Auckland had won the group. They had won their 5 previous games. But Amicale snatched a famous victory. Auckland have lost to Pacific clubs before. AS Pure beat Auckland 1-0 in Tahiti in 2005. And AS Dragon last season beat Auckland in Auckland 3-1. Sydney FC are the other team who have made Auckland City lose a game. That was 3-2 in Tahiti in 2005. And Waitakere United, of course, their old foes, have enjoyed a handful of victories over the Navy Blues in this competition. Total of 6 losses for Auckland in 52 matches.
Great ratio.
Yeah.
Great win-loss ratio. No wonder we've seen them the most number of times in the FIFA World Club Cup.
Yeah, they have lost twice to Waitakere United for the record.
I think last season when everyone had their eyes on Waitakere in the final of the OFC Champions League, they did come and show the experience to win that one. 2-1.
Yes, it was a curious story last year's Champions League. In the domestic competition, Waitakere couldn't be touched. Nice ball. Iwata. That's a good cross. De Vries threw himself at it. Dordovic manufactured a headed clearance. Burfoot. Tade. Darren White shoving David Taloni. They settle matters with a quick handshake just out of picture. 37 minutes. Amicale 0, Auckland 0. OFC Champions League match day 8. Saleh.
Time. We need a midfielder. Yes.
Marshall.
Saba.
Well played by Marshall. He's pulling strings from right back. Awata, Sam Burfoot, John Irving. Village, the most capped all-white in New Zealand football history in terms of A internationals. Retired twice from the international scene. January his most recent retirement as the All Whites World Cup campaign closed. He also retired just after he returned to New Zealand. Vasilic tried to help it on to Sakama. Iwata tidies it up. Daewoo Kim on the counter. De Vries might be able to find some space. Oh, good work. Good save. De Vries should have done better. But Shika Mansale with a third save in this half.
As we see the replay coming in, what a ball. Give 1-2, both De Vries. Oh, it just could have gone to the near post. He tried to place it on the left.
Well, could that be a costly miss for Auckland City?
Another interesting story behind the scenes is Esava Nangeleva Gori, the Fiji under-23, Fiji under-20 skipper, played for the national team, played for Suva, moved across to Spirit 08 in Vanuatu some time back, then came back to Fijian football, ended up with Wairarapa in Wellington, where football is not up to the standard that he would have expected, lost some of his finesse there, came back to Fiji, was stepped up by Amicale for this season's Champions League.
He's a very good player, Salva Nangaletha. I think he played in the Olympic qualifiers in 2012 in Taupo, and he was a big reason why Fiji were involved in the latter stages of that tournament. They just missed out to New Zealand. And a chance, Daewoo Kim. De Vries slips. Offside anyway.
Saleh Khalifa on the screen, the skipper, Dadovic and Shivan Swami having a bit of a change of words off the picture there. That exchange definitely not positive, talking about how to get the ball away. They've done that three times.
He's done it again, yes, you're right, Tade. Well, they're going to end up paying for this at some point, Amicale. Corner for Auckland. There's only so many times you can get away with that sort of lack of concentration and thoughtfulness in possession. There's been plenty of warning signs. Oh, it's taken early. Daewoo Kim has space. Fight into the 6-yard box. Amicale was still grouping themselves for the corner. Marshall. It's a goal kick.
I'm saying we need fucking free.
Well, cutting a frustrated figure, but he does seem to be the man that is pulling all the strings at the back for Amicale.
We haven't seen Nelson Saleh make those kind of blunders in this tournament. God, it must be pressure.
Yes, it's a cliche, but pressure does do funny things to players. Stakes couldn't be any higher, and Saleh, this time giving away a foul against Darren White. Well, Nelson Saleh just needs to take a moment or two to collect himself. Just gather his thoughts. You can see here, Nangaletha did well to win it, and then Saleh kicked through Darren White. Frustration showing through. Vasilic had a hat-trick against Nandi. De Vries. Sam Burfoot surveys his options, picks out Tamati Williams. Just under 3.5 minutes to go of the regulation 90 minutes. Amicale 0, Auckland City 0. In Group B of the OFC Champions League. Well, Auckland went through to the semi-finals last season in second place. And it looks as though they possibly could here today. If this match stays at 0-0, Amicale will win the group on goal difference. John Irving. Visilic for Burfoot. Pace of the game just slowing down here as we crawl towards the half-time break. Visilic. That's a slack one from Tamati Williams. Francois Sakama has picked it up. Still going. What kind of delivery can he muster here? Gets a second bite at it. It's a good one. Chance. Skims ahead of Kensi Tangis. Dominic Fred on the left. What can he manufacture from the cross? Target is Vasilic. He gets the header in.
See, Tangis gets a cross in. Vasilic just doesn't hit the target. Tamati Williams, first error in this tournament I have seen, Gordon, and that almost cost very dearly against Auckland City right on the stroke of half-time.
Yes, a little warning sign for Auckland that they can't take anything for granted.
And two of the most consistent performers in this tournament, Tamati Williams, the goalkeeper for Auckland City, and Nelson Saleh for Amicale, have been steady, rock solid, but they've been making errors today. Well, Tamati's just made one. We've seen the captain give away 3 balls. So the halftime team talk, I think Amicale will be happy. So will be Ramon with a draw, as you mentioned. Second place, came through the second place Auckland City to lift the OFC Champions League title.
Yes, it would set up a very interesting last 4 picture.
But at this level, Gotti, it doesn't matter if you finish first or second, as long as you qualify, and then you got to play each other at some stage to lift the crown.
Yes, I think that's perhaps the mindset of both these coaches today. Vasilic takes it on the chest. Nice work on the ball by Mario Beelan. Now it's with Marshall. Swami. Fred. 2 minutes of time added on minimum to be played. Taloni lofts it across. Sakama at the far post. Vasilic has picked it up. Oh, good ball in. Oh, it's in! Amazing stuff. Dominic Fred has put Amicale in front.
He runs away, celebrates the Amicale bench and jump in jubilation as we watch the replay again. Vasilic, he won the ball, turned around, and he played it through with Tamati just getting ahead, but here was he to head it in. And Dominic Fred, starting here, has given Amicale the lead in the stroke of half-time. It was John Iving that Veselic managed to outdo in the cross that he played across for Dominic Fred. Tamari did his best to try and stretch out, but Dominic Fred with a free header into the back of the net.
Incredible scenes at Churchill Park. Amicale now in the box seat. Auckland, 1 goal down. What a time to score for the Vanuatu side. Marshall for Swami. Nangaletha. Half time. Well, what a game we've got on now, Indra. Amicale, 1 goal to the good, thanks to Dominic Fred's header. And whatever Ramon Trebulic had prepared to say at half time may just have changed.
Very, very interesting second half coming up. The next 45 minutes, Gordon. This result will put a lot of pressure on the defending champions if it remains this way. But there's another 45 minutes to go as the Auckland City players march off the field straight to the changing room. Ramon, I just saw him just turn around and walk straight to the changing room. While on the other hand, Nathan Hall for Amicale was happy. What's in the 9th minute? Taken on the chest, Darren White, good save by Chico Mansell. And Nelson Saleh butchered his clearance. Darren White, as we watch it again, straight, good save. 11th minute we went into, again, Auckland City on attack. Tade, cleared. It was Nelson Saleh. Nodovic who came in to send his that clearance out. 21st minute we head into, played through. Sakama took it well on his right, didn't test Tamari Williams really. 25th minute, again David Kim played a brilliant ball. Tade, again it was Chico Mansell. You see Tade going around Colin Marshall, getting in the left foot. 29th minute, another Auckland City attack as we've seen the first half, breaking through. But Chico Mansell comes out, clears it like a defender outside his box. And again, it was Ryan de Vries. He was hunting for the loose ball. 37th minute, Auckland City. Ryan de Vries receives it. Should have done better there. Placed it straight into Chico Mansell, who just had a routine save with that shot from Ryan de Vries. 45th minute into the clip. Taloni with the cross. To try from Sakama. Veselic. Tamari Williams comes out, following it up. Great goal. Dominic Fred. And this, you see the celebration.
So some very happy Amicale supporters here at Churchill Park. It's half-time in the match between Amicale and Auckland City FC. It's 1-0 to Amicale. Rejoin us after the short break for the rest of the match.
Doing tackling each other, that's what. Well, Krishna, the first Fijian to play in a senior FIFA tournament.
Welcome back to Churchill Park. It's half-time in the game between Amicale and Auckland City, and this one poised on a knife-edge injury. Amicale lead by a goal to nil, courtesy of Dominic Fred's header. And we've just had a look at the two groups, and what this current result, if it stayed the same, would create is a situation in Group A where if Waitakere United beat Pire by a goal to nil, Waitakere would win Group A, Pire would drop into the best runners-up slot with a goal difference of +8 and 6 points. Auckland would remain second in Group B with 6 points and a goal difference of +5. Therefore eliminating Auckland City from the competition. Amicale would go on to a semi-final with Bar, and Pire would face Waitakere United again in the home and away semi-finals.
We look at the Hekari first goal, Koryak Anga, and driven well by Tutuzama. To got the first goal, sneaked away, laying it into the path of Koryak. Koryak turned well, and he saw the gap between two Bar players, and Tutuzama made no mistake of that, straight through the hands of Epeli Thonro. Looking at it again, set up by Koryak, and then again away. Avineswamy trying another shot there. That's the Osea shielding as they came, and the Tutuzama again telling from the hero to a villain, and Avineswamy with that penalty kick here, giving no chance at all to Godfrey, who's got had a good game also.
So the goals from yesterday's match between Bar and Hikari, and Bar safely through to the semi-finals.
Yeah, Bar safely through, but this game here in front of us, Amicale versus Auckland City, it's not for the faint-hearted, Gordon. This next 45 minutes, we could decide the destiny of the Oceania Champions League 2014, because we're not saying Auckland City will be out with a loss. Things could change tomorrow, and Pire could beat Waitakere. Auckland still sneaks through, but it's just to be sure. I think Ramon will be talking to his players. Do they want to feature going forward? Do they want to still be involved? They need to come out. They need to finish off the chances they had. And looking at Amicale, they haven't had the best of chances, but one, we could say, just crazy piece of defending by Auckland City has gifted Amicale a goal just on a stroke of half-time, giving them the lead 1-0. And Nathan Hall will be over the moon with that, knowing that his defenders, Nelson Sale, etc., have made blunders, but they still lead.
Yeah, that's a pretty fair summary. Let's take a look at the goal. It came in from David Saloni's cross. Sakama mishit it. Vasilic read it. Now, he got a lot of space from John Irving here. He managed to get the cross in. Williams got a glove on it. But look at Dominic Fred coming into your picture. He's unmarked. That's the easiest of headers to pick off. And Amicale in the driver's seat in the OFC Champions League. Jack Whitney's not playing today. He's on the bench. I wonder if Nathan Hall will consider throwing in Jack Whitney. That could be an interesting dynamic midway through the second half, just as this game opens up, because let's face it, Auckland would want to keep the destiny, their destiny in their own hands. They can't rely on what's going to happen tomorrow.
They cannot rely, and things could just go wrong for them if this result stands tomorrow, and we'll see Auckland out. How many years has it been we haven't seen Auckland City in the semi-final? I just can't remember that, Gotti. I think every season of the Champions League, we have seen Auckland City in the semi-finals. It'll be just something different. But the 4 teams that qualify minus Auckland will be the happiest out of the lot. But still, 45 minutes to go as Norbert Huata leads his team of officials out onto the pitch. Auckland City already out, getting ready.
Well, it has been 4 years since Auckland City last failed to qualify for the semi-finals. They were in the same group as Waitakere United, who advanced to the last 4. Sorry, who advanced straight to the final. I think they played Hikari United and were beaten 3-0 in Port Moresby, but they won the second leg 2-1. And Hikari were the ones off to the FIFA Club World Cup.
Talk there, James Pritchard, as we see Nathan Hall making his way onto the pitch.
Yep, Nathan Hall. So far, so good for him. He's got Amicale in the driving seat this match, and it's been 3 years since Amicale last beat Auckland City.
Right, De Vries, thumbs up. See Ramon on the bench, checking his watch, shakes hands with the referee Norbert. Pressure time, Gordy, pressure time for 45 minutes coming up. And it's not only pressure for Auckland City. Amicale know that they could let Auckland back into this game with a 1-1 draw, etc., or even go on to lose. But Amicale would be the happy out of the lot as Esava Nangeleda gets his final instructions from Nathan Hall. But hats off to Amicale, the way they have sustained pressure. And they've got to thank the goalkeeper, Chikau Mansal. He's been brilliant in goal. And now we get ready for the start of the second half.
Tavita Makasini just checking the rigging.
I think Colin Marshall has been the key man for Amicale in defense. Just the way he marshals this team and just shows that experience over the other players in the team. And Colin Marshall will play a key role in the second half. While on the other side, Ivan Visilic, the captain for Auckland City, because today they're also missing Alex Fenneridis, who's out through injury. They do not have Koprovic. They do not have also the injured player Engel Berlanga, who got injured in the first game. These players need to step up. João Moreira is on the bench, and David Brown, if Ramon wants to make some changes to put more pressure, but I think all will break loose as we head into the final stages of the last 20, if the score remains.
So we're back underway at Churchill Park. Mansale pulled off 3 really important saves in the first half. Could be a key figure here. Vasilic, the supplier for the Dominique Fred goal. He tried to have a go himself. It wasn't a very good effort. But Amicale have got nothing to lose. Remember, Auckland equalise. Amicale's situation won't change. Auckland's will improve dramatically. Amicale on the break. Tangis has a shot. Williams has to punch it clear. Amicale starting to flex their muscles. Nangaletha wins it off Burfoot. Pendulum swinging back in favour of the team from Vanuatu. Iwata. Tade. Sale's involved now. Well, that's an excellent ball and an even better run. It's cut back, headed away by Visilic. White helps it on. Long range shot, Auckland on the ropes. Well, Amicale can sniff blood.
Oh, and the supporters of Amicale are going wild in the stands, Gordy, as we see David Kim there gave away the ball cheaply, and Amicale have just applying that pressure. Slowly, they come across to take the corner kick. Colin Marshall.
Marshall. Chance for Swami. Well, confidence brimming through this Vanuatu team. Amicale. They've been here before. Kensi Tangi scored the winner for Amicale against Auckland back in 2012, March 31st in Port Vila, just over 2 years ago. Vasilic. Through the legs of Barefoot. It's all coming together for Amicale right now. Nangalefa. Taloni on the left. Dordovic. Decent baller named at Vasilic. Offside. So if the result stays the same, Amicale will go through. Auckland will have to wait and see what happens tomorrow between Pure and Waitakere. If Waitakere win by 1-0, Auckland would be out on goal difference. If Pure beat Waitakere, they'll go to 9 points. Waitakere will stay on 4, and Auckland will sneak through if they lose here today. It's all rather complicated. We'll try and keep you up to speed with things as they unfold. Well, this is a free kick, I think.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, the first goal they've conceded in this game, in this tournament as well, as a yellow card comes out. To be, looks like Nelson Saleh to get booked there by Norbert. Yeah, Nelson Saleh to go into the books. See that again? Yeah. Late Nelson Saleh. Sam Burfoot.
Tade standing over it. His options include De Vries, White, Beelan. Vasilic goes to tag on to the end of the Amicale wall. I wonder if there's going to be a direct shot at goal, whether or not this will be clipped into the penalty spot. Amicale defenders are going to have to be careful. They don't want to get too close and force Norbe Hoata into making a decision.
David Kim makes a nuisance of himself in that wall as well.
Tade. It's not on target. Pressure on Amicale eases. This Amicale defence hasn't been beaten yet in this competition. That's the other scenario that Auckland City have to try and change if they're to stay in the competition. Kim, Beelan, Pritchett, Vasilic, Helped on by Tade. Taloni plays it safe. So attacking options on the bench. There are quite a few for Ramon Trebulic. Yao Moreira is one, David Brown is another. Sean Lovemore is also capable of adding some firepower to the New Zealanders' repertoire. But Amicale are looking good. 1-0 up. Tade, Kim. Trying to wrap it between Tangis and Dorovic. It's rebounded back, it's with Auckland. Iwata. Good run by De Vries. Through the legs, can he cut it back? Well, he needs a target. Oh, and he splays it wide.
Jaron wide. De Vries just didn't have the support that he needed. Finally found his man, but just placed it wide. Again, they look so much under pressure. It's not the Auckland City forward line, but again, we've seen them in situations as such. Can they conjure up something here in this game? Because they definitely will be cheering for AS Pire like no other day if this result stands.
David Brown, the Papua New Guinea age group internationalist, is being prepped for action. Darren White looks as though he's going to be the player hooked.
Yes, yes, well done.
David Brown. Thrown into the action. Nathan Hall is readying a substitution of his own. Daniel Nato. Vasilic. Amicale. With their tails up, Taloni. Hooks it to the far post. Tangis header. Still Tangis. Tade. Dorovic in a foot race with De Vries. Mansale handled it well. Ngangalefa. Colin Marshall. Irving. Vasilic. Long ball forward, picked out by Saleh. Francois Sakama keeps that in. Tangis is going to be withdrawn by Amicale. Daniel Nato added to the setup for the Red Roosters. Irving. We're in the 57th minute. Amicale 1, Auckland City 0. Well, what sort of a match are we in for tomorrow when Pire play Waitakere United? Can you imagine if this result stays the same what sort of reaction there would be if Waitakere were to beat Pere.
I think for the neutrals, it would be the greatest achievement by teams in the Oceania Champions League to kick the big teams out, like Auckland City. At the same time, for teams like Amicale, as they play a great ball to Kenzie Tangis, cleared away by John Iving. It'll be a great boost for the teams that are qualified for the semi-final, knowing they could be making their way to the World Club Cup for the first time. Every team that we spoke to, Gordon, before the start of the tournament, every team said, major threat, Auckland City.
Nato on for Tangis. Helped on by Vasilic. Oh, that's a good shot. Great save. That was almost 2-0. That was goal bound from Dominic Fred. He's on fire, the Vanuatu international.
See, it comes in, the long throw by David Tilone, headed away. Backheader by Vasilic. And Dominic Fred, just all the experience to Marty Williams, just getting a fingertip to it to push it across and out. Danger time.
Vasilic has to be the target. Dominic Fred comes off the line. It's hooked in. Vasilic! Well, it was almost there. Williams came and claimed it. Great goalkeeping from him. Brown's touch deserts him. One by Pritchard.
Here's the replay. David Kim.
Marshall, Saleh. Well, Amicale have looked the better of the two teams in the last 10 minutes. Tade gets a cross in. Clearance wasn't particularly special. There was plenty of space to take a touch from Swami. Just less than half an hour of normal time to go. Plenty of time for Auckland City to rectify the situation they find themselves in. But Amicale have looked really good since coming out 1-0 up after the break. Beelan's header. Not a good one.
Up until the 60, as we head into the 61st minute, things just have not been working for Auckland City in the second half. They've tried it, but could have easily been 2-0 on the other end with a great shot that was saved well by Tamati Williams. Francis Sakama, as you said, he's on fire here this afternoon.
Iwata. De Vries. Still going, Iwata. He's got David Brown in the middle, if he can spot him. Brown. Shot blocked into the hands of Mansale. He'll clutch that tightly to his chest.
Support play, Gotti. Support play is missing. Look at it. There you go. David Brown. Just David Tilone in the middle, just putting his body on the line. As Auckland City win the ball once again in the Amicale half. Then give it away cheaply. Kavanangela there, a foul there on Sam Burfoot. James Pritchard, haven't heard his name in a while, comes into play now.
Hoists it forward for Brown, goes out. Well, things not going Auckland City's way. Amicale are on top. Well, there is a good-sized crowd here of Amicale supporters, presumably from the university in Suva, here to support their team. And they're on top. They lead Auckland by a goal to nil. Dominic Fred's header in the first minute of time added on at the end of the first half is the difference between the two sides. And as things stand, Auckland would need AS Pire to beat Waitakere, or Waitakere to beat Pire by 5 to make the semi-finals, and I can't see those scenarios happening too easily. Visilic. Pritchard's in a forward position. Brown. Daewoo Kim. Sam Burfoot. Iwata looking for a ball over the top of the right fullback. Still going, Iwata. How he got that out of his feet, I'll never know. That's a good ball by Sam Burfoot. Takuya Iwata tries to cut it back. There's nobody in the box for Auckland. Nobody close enough to the ball anyway.
Yeah, that's what we've seen missing as Iwata goes down, clutching his hamstring on that in the penalty box, Amicale penalty box. We've just seen those good balls and those good runs from the flanks. Just the Auckland City finishers not there on time. The support play not there, Gotti. It's just different when we see this Auckland City team not being able to finish it off. But full credit to this Amicale defense as well, with goalkeeper Chico Mansale. And they back four, Colin Marshall, Dodovic, David Taloni, have played very well.
So if Iwata's unable to continue in this match, the most obvious switch to make for Ramon Trebulic will be to bring Andrew Milne on at left back.
Watch him go there. Iwata, the good run, plays it in. You can see the grimace. Yeah, that's
a hamstring.
Hammy. Yeah, could be gone. Yeah, there's a signal. He's gone. That'll be a great loss. Andrew Milne there on the sideline, about to come in. – 23 minutes to go in this game. Getting very exciting. Will Auckland City have to wait up until tomorrow as Tamati tries to clear? Will Auckland City have to wait till tomorrow's Waitakere Spirit match, or will they conjure up something? Nelson Saleh takes it off.
Handball, 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 no? Oh, come on, they move the body.
Vasilic, that's a nice ball. Opportunity opening up. Oh, it's hit the crossbar. Well, well, well. Amicale could have put this one to bed. Auckland City are struggling. What a strike that was.
What a strike, and the follow-up just not there by Dominic Fred. He could have had his second in this game, and he's gone down with a shoulder injury in the box. But they just rocketed the crossbar. Tamati Williams' goal, he was bitten. As we see it come in. Just struck it, and Dominic Fred, oh.
Well, that's where the injury.
Yeah, James Pritchard. Good intervention, but James Pritchard just put off Dominic Fred.
Well, it'd be good to see a replay of the shot, if at all possible. Here it is, Francois Sakama. Let's rip. Just an inch or two lower, and that was in the back of the net.
Again, another error by Williams. He kicks it straight out. Veselich has been a thorn in this Auckland City defense, in particular in the second half. He's just been hunting all those loose balls, and they've found out to cut Auckland City from playing it from the back. Veselich is hunting every defender who's trying to play that usual style of Auckland City's play.
Yeah, Nikola Veselich has looked a real class act for Amicale. Oh, I just wonder if Yao Moreira is carrying an injury. We haven't seen him sent to warm up.
He's warming up on the side now as we see a foul committed there by Sam Burfoot on Francis Sakama. Colin Marshall to pump this into the Auckland City penalty box.
Veselich. Marshall. Veselich again, he's past John Irving. Veselich still going. He can cut this back, and it's still in the Auckland City 6-yard box, only as far as Sakama. Brown. Solid challenge. Pritchett picks it up. Auckland are reeling.
In boxing terms, they're on the ropes right now, Gotti. Yeah, David Saloni gets a yellow card. Supposed wasting time. Nathan Hall not a happy chap.
Everybody settle down and play again. Can't wait for the call. Getting closer to their game. Slow down and play. Relax.
Yellow card for Taloni.
Smiles. Dominic Fred.
Can we kick that down the line? Nice one. Away, please.
Oh, given it to Savanangeleva.
There's a shot. Hits Veselich. Oh, sorry, Ivan Veselich.
Ramon Kribulic looks at his watch. Nathan Hall telling his players. There's Savanangeleva on the screen. What a game, Gordon.
It's an incredible game.
We thought we'd seen the best one, Solomon Warriors and Waitakere. Veselich with a handball. Yao Moreira now ready, I think, just finishing off his warm-ups for Auckland City.
Well, Auckland have come up with last-minute goals in the past to get them out of tight situations. They're going to have to come up with something very shortly. Kim. De Vries. Dordovic robs him of the ball. Nungaletha. Dordovic has stayed forward with Vasilic. Sakama on the right. There's red shirts pouring up in numbers on the left flank. Long range shot. Oh, no, it's only just over the crossbar.
Francis Sakama, yeah, second attempt from that range.
Might have been better trying to wind it into the box, but it had Tamati Williams scrambling.
There you see Sakama's shot, Shivan Swami being carded for that foul earlier on where the referee allowed advantage to play on. Shivan Swami for Amicale rather, goes into the books.
Two years since Auckland City last lost to Amicale. Are the Vanuatu champions about to repeat the dose?
Yao Morera ready to come in.
Nikola Vasilic. He's had a superb game for Amicale. There's been a few Amicale players who have stood up this afternoon. Marshall. All the way back to Chika Mansale. One by Kim. Dordovic. Hoists it forward. Irving. Helped on by Burfoot. Brown can't keep it in. Kim. Sam Burfoot. James Pritchett. Brown. It's all getting frenetic in the tight. Beelan. Tade. Nice turn from him. De Vries. Tade past, can he shoot? Deflection.
Oh, great save.
Good save by Mansale. Good hands from the Vanuatu goalkeeper. You can see here Tade found himself a pocket of broom, unleashed the shot. Mansale read it well. Brown's clear. On the right, there's no numbers coming up to support him. Burfoot arrives, but so do three red shirts. Pritchett. Vasilic. Burfoot. Overhit. Clock ticking down for the defending champions. If the result stays the same, they face a very nervous wait tomorrow. Substitutions about to be made. Auckland City are getting Yao Moreda stripped and ready for action. They need something special from him. Long range shot. Ricochets off Vasilic. Daewoo Kim. Burfoot. Taloni. Ivan Vasilic gets something on it. Vasilic gets it going. Kim. Well, you can cut the tension with a knife here at Churchill Park. Saleh straight down the throat of Beelan. Pritchett opens play up with Irving. Kim. Touch for Milne to Daewoo Kim. Irving going on a run. Flicks it through to Andrew Milne. It's not a good cross from Milne. Given straight back to Auckland. Milne's got space on the left. He can run at Colin Marshall. De Vries. Still going De Vries. Pritchett free on the right. Burfoot spots him. De Vries. Oh, that's a good run by Pritchett. Good cross. Well, close, but Auckland have a corner.
As we see it come in, good play by James Pritchett. Dummied there by David Brown, thinking his attacker would be there. The Amicale defense cleared it out for Connor Yao Morera. Coming on, and they're holding the substitution as James Pritchett goes down.
Well, this is an aggressive move, an attacking move by Ramon Trebulic. It's a midfielder off for a striker.
Also, Robert Tom ready to come in for Amicale. Yeah, it's James Pritchett who's replaced by Yao Morera.
Well, it's not the way he wanted to celebrate his 200th game for the club, James Pritchett. So it's a striker on for a defender. Corner comes in. Cleared by Dordovic. So Auckland are committing players forward. The lights are on at Churchill Park. Well, that's given straight to Dominic Fred. Taloni. Mansale's clearance. Tade. De Vries. Oh, and it's Bob O'Clair. It's hooked back in.
It's gone out.
And it's offside, I think.
Saying the assistant referee saying it was a goal kick. As we watch it again, Ryan De Vries.
I think it was this moment. Ball just taking a deflection off the goalkeeper. And then De Vries.
'24 red, Kenzie Tengus.
Here, 34. 34 red, stop.
34. They're taking out Colin Marshall. There you go, he asks me sub. He's surprised, I'm surprised.
Yes, I'm a bit surprised as well. They need some experienced heads back there. He's had a great game for Amicale. He's not happy that he's been pulled.
Could this be the turning point in the game, Gordon?
Well, let's watch
Last
closely.
10 minutes.
Let's watch closely. They've pulled off one of their most experienced players. Robert Tom has got experience at this level, but I'm not too sure if he's ever experienced a scenario like this.
15 minutes.
Burfoot. 9 minutes of the 90 remaining. Amicale 1, Auckland City 0. Milne released down the left-hand side, keeps it in just. Spots David Brown. He's got to the byline, cuts it back, cut out by Dordovic. Tade fouls Nikola Vasilic.
And Gordon just looking on the bench. Colin Marshall comes off, shakes hands with everyone but his coach.
Well, he's got strong opinions about the game, Colin Marshall. I had a chance to chat with him before the tournament started. He's had an extensive career in Scotland with Dundee, St Johnstone. He was on loan at Clyde and played in the Spanish third tier before playing under Ozzy Ardiles in Japan. He's washed up here in Vanuatu, or sorry, here in Fiji with a Vanuatu club.
Already you see Robert Tom's side already being exploited by Auckland City there twice.
Oh, and a chance on the counter-attack. Dangerous area for Auckland to lose the ball in. Mato's past Visilic, the cross as far as Sakama. Shot straight to the hands of Tamati Williams. Time is the enemy for the New Zealanders. De Vries trying to wriggle past three players there. Now Moreira, touched, not a good one. Dordovic. Saleh. Goes long. Irving reads it well, takes it away from Vasilic. Goes on a run of his own. Sam Burfoot. De Vries, it's a corner for Auckland.
Got only 4 Auckland City players in the box. As they quickly take the corner, Ryan De Vries. Tade drives, hits the post.
Goodness me. De Vries in. Headed clear by Amicale. De Vries still has it. He's lofted it in towards Brown. It's headed away by Amicale. Daewoo Kim. Visilic at the far post. It's a poor cross from Kim. Now Fred can attack. On a counter-attack, he may need help. Vasilic arrives. Sakama's unmarked on the left. Steaming through. Tamati Williams takes it. Remember, if Auckland lose this game, they'll finish second in their group. They'll have 6 points and a goal difference of +5. Waitakere sit second in their group. They have 4 points. And AS Pire have 6 points. That would mean that Auckland would need Waitakere to beat Pire tomorrow. By 5 goals. We'll hope that Pire beat Waitakere. Burfoot. Beelan. Andrew Milne. There are 10 Amicale players back defending. There's nobody up top for them. They want to hold on to this precious result.
4 minutes and counting. 4 minutes, a bit of seconds. Gotti, pressure, pressure, pressure.
Brown, twisting and turning. Tade. Dear me, it's all falling apart.
Ivan Visilic not happy, not a happy skipper as we see him on the screen. Just put his hands on his head, on his lap.
And the cries of Amicale starting to ring out around the ground. They know they're close. I'm sure that Bar, Pire and Waitakere will also be looking very closely at this scoreline. It has implications for the competition, not just for these two participating teams. Shot from Visilic. Decent effort, but straight at the keeper. As Nathan Hall masterminded the victory for the champions of Vanuatu. Well, Auckland just can't get a hold of the ball at the moment, and they need it desperately. Tade.
Second time he's done that. It won't go out.
Milne gives chase. It hasn't gone out. Well, that's incredible. I thought it had the roll on it to do so. Brown. He's won a corner.
Veselic also making his way to defend.
Well, Tamati Williams was looking for clearance from Ramon Trebulic to go and join in. That is perhaps some acknowledgement that if they don't get a draw here, they could be in big, big trouble. Over it goes to the far post. Ivan Veselic has won it. Burfoot loses out to Dominic Fred. Daewoo Kim with an important header. A minute and a half left in this game.
This will suit Amicale. Tamati taking all the time in the world to play it.
Well, we haven't had any indication as to the time added on. Tade. Milne. Veselic. Tries to go through the leg, still going Veselic. Milne's drifted infield to pick it up. That's a good ball by Milne for Brown. Brown goes himself. It's a decent ball and nobody attacked it. Beelan. It's a corner. 4 minutes of additional time to be played.
Yeah, Tamati gets the all clear from Ramon to go forward, Gotti. As we see a great cross coming in. Knocked down the edge of the box. Mario Beelan short ricochets off Amicale player over the crossbar.
Hoisted in. It's not a good one. And Williams has a long run back. Milne. Burfoot. Cross comes in. He's missed it. It's another corner for Auckland. Tamati Williams coming forward yet again.
Nelson Saleh's header almost put the heart in the mouth for the Amicale fans as we see the cross. David Brown's cross. Misunderstanding between the keeper and Nelson Saleh. Prams there for the Amicale player. Looks like Veselic. Veselic, yeah, it is Veselic. Being told to go off to receive attention, doesn't want to.
Well, in all the years covering OFC Champions League matches involving Auckland City, I've never seen Tamati Williams or the goalkeeper get forward for a corner. They need this additional height. They'll still be in the competition with this result, but it's unlikely the scenario they'll want to unfold will happen. Moreira is up. Milne's missed it.
Oh,
Dominic Fred can put this into an empty net if he wants to. He can't.
Oh.
Incredible. Tade. Oh, and he's overhit that. That's poor.
Offside.
Clearance by Nelson Saleh. The referee checks his watch. Amicale
Moreira
sets.
chance.
Moreira, he can't get through. It's away again. Beelan. Burfoot. Cross comes in. Headed away. Daewoo Kim. Brown. There's the cross. Still going, David Brown. It's away by Dordovic. And Brown has conceded a free kick.
And now, Jack Whitney to come into the field of play as we watch the replay again. Brown there, going in late. Dordovic, Jack Whitney. Chew up some more time.
Well, there's a few heads hanging in navy blue. It's all over. Amicale have won. Scenes of sheer delirium at Churchill Park. Auckland City, after 3 championships in a row at Oceania level, are on the verge of elimination depending on what takes place tomorrow.
Yeah, Gordon, we can see the Auckland City players just can't believe it. They've lost this game. Now they've got to wait till 6 p.m. tomorrow evening as we take the highlights of that game. That's such exciting. A 53rd minute, Auckland City with a chance. Just the support play missing. As we see, they screw that shot across the face of goal. Ryan de Vries. Across the face of goal. 58th minute we went into play. 58th minute, Amicale. Veselic. And the shot just Tamati Williams with a great save. Just got his fingertips to it. 61st. And this is where Iwata played it well. And David Brown shot smothered by goalkeeper Chico Mansale. Good diving save there as well by David Taloni. 67th minute. Look at that shot coming. Rifles off the crossbar. That could have just sealed it at that time. Sakama. Oof, you can see the crossbar shake. 74th minute. Again, Auckland City trying to get that most important equalizer. Chance straight into goalkeeper. Chico Mansale has been a busy man, and everything that's been thrown at him, he has taken them well this afternoon. Look at that. Lost it on first occasion, took it in the second dive. 82nd minute, time running out for Auckland City. On the other end, Amicale. Again, Francis Sakama rifles it straight into the hands and the gloves of Tamati Williams. Good take. And then in the added time, corner kick coming in. João Moreira with a header cleared away. And they could have got something. There was no goalkeeper. All he needed to do was just lob it. He tried it, but it just didn't find its target. Auckland City 1. Amicale nil as we watched that again.
So let's get post-match comments from the victorious coach, Amicale's Nathan Hall.
That semi-final berth for Amicale. Extraordinary performance from your side. What can you tell us about that match?
It was gutsy. The boys gave it everything they've got. As you can see, they've got no energy left in their tank. Really proud, really happy and delighted that we can play a home semi in Vanuatu.
So obviously looking ahead to those semi-finals, will you have a similar lineup to what you've got here? Are you able to hold on to most of those boys?
Yep, they're all committed for the rest of the campaign, so I think we've got as good a chance of any of the teams of winning this. You know, we've got no injuries, there's a good team spirit. We just got to keep working and maintain our high standards.
Potentially a suspension for the next match. You've got the depth to cover that?
Yep. We got a squad of 34 players, so I think it's no problem to find a few players to slot in. Yeah.
Great, thank you, Nathan.
So very happy, Nathan Hall. Amicale have won this match by a goal to nil. They're in the semi-finals. And it's their second ever victory over Auckland City, the last occurring on March 31st, 2012. They've repeated it here. And Auckland City coach Ramon Trebulic is sidelined with Jacqueline Tramvan to share his thoughts from an absorbing game.
Ramon, it looked really tough out there. What are your thoughts on that match?
Look, a very competitive match. I think we dominated the first half, and we conceded, unfortunately, a very, very late goal. Maybe the product of our tiredness and, maybe a little bit of frustration, lack of concentration in there, which is normal. It's a third game we play. They're a very good rival, and what can we do? I think the game's been very competitive and it's gone their way, and we have to congratulate them.
Looking ahead, there's obviously still a chance as runners-up that you could move into those semi-finals. What kind of results are you hoping for from that last pool?
Yeah, obviously we are hoping for that result that goes our way. Unfortunately, we haven't done the business today for ourselves, and we have to depend on others now. We're disappointed with that. The competition will tell what happens now.
Thank you, Ramon.
Thank you.
So their future rests in the outcome of tomorrow's match between AS Pire and Waitakere United.
Yeah, okay, and we can safely say, Gordon, that Amicale meets Bar in one of the semi-finals of OFC Champions League 2014.
Absolutely. A very happy Amicale side, the three Serbian players, Matic, Dordovic and Vasilic, all taking a well-deserved drink. So all that remains for us to do is thank you for joining us. It's been a wonderful OFC Champions League match day. I'm your commentator, Gordon Glenn Watson, wishing you farewell. And on behalf of Indra Singh, we will see you again tomorrow.